Thank you for joining us during this short tutorial, the third in a 10-part Data 101 series. By the end of all 10 sessions, you will have a working knowledge of how to build an Excel template to collect and filter quality improvement intervention data. In this series, we will build a sample Excel template together that uses patient coaching for illustration purposes. However, Excel could be used in this way to collect data on other interventions as well. Depending on your level of Excel expertise, you may choose not to listen to all 10 sessions. If you are new to collecting data, a few other skills to learn that would highly complement this series would be the Plan, Do, Study, Act, or PDFA cycle, and SMART goals. By the end of Session 3, you will be able to enter and edit cell contents, navigate within a cell, change cell content alignment, and undo and redo commands. To give you a preview, the skills covered will progressively build a tool like this. Let's get started. Recall where you saved your file and open. In Session 2, we concluded by making a large box to enter the instructions into on the Instructions tab. It's important to note that it may be easier to place each instruction in its own cell versus in one merged area. However, this will allow you to observe how to navigate and edit within a cell. For purposes of demonstration, I am only going to enter a few instructions. Select cell A3. You'll notice that because we merged these cells, the other cells within that area are not available to select. Essentially, A3 is now one large cell. I am going to type my first instruction. While I'm typing, it will show in the formula bar here, as well as in the box we created in the cell area. I also have the ability to expand the formula bar to see more of what I am typing by clicking the Expand Formula Bar button on the right-hand side. If I hit Enter on my keyboard, which is usually what I do to go to the next line in a document in other applications, it will take me to the next cell, A26. But I want to keep typing in the same box. To enter a new line within the merged area, go to the end of your first entry. Press the Alt key on the keyboard, while at the same time pressing Enter 2 times. This allows me to add a space between the first and second instruction and continue typing in the same cell. Here's the second instruction I want to add. Observe how the instructions I typed are automatically placed at the bottom of the merged area. Easily change where the instructions appear by using the alignment buttons on the Home tab. For instructions to appear at the top of the box, click this button. If I want it centered top to bottom, I can also do that. To move it back to the bottom, use this button. In addition, you can left justify, center, and right justify by using these buttons. For my instructions page, I'd like them left justified at the top of the box. A tip about alignment within cells is that numbers automatically right justify and words and letters left justify. Of course, this can be changed by using the alignment buttons. I'd like to bold and italicize the word coach. If I bold and italicize after clicking in the cell, it will apply the formatting to all words in the active cell. I only want formatting to apply to one word within the cell. If you click once on the word coach in the cell, it is selecting the entire A3 cell. However, double-click before the word coach, and the cursor activates there so that you can now bold and italicize the word coach. I can also make the changes from within the formula bar. The last function for this session is undo and redo. By using these icons on the Quick Access toolbar, I can undo or redo work that I have done prior. As an example, I'll type hello in this cell and goodbye in another. Then I decide this is not really what I wanted, so I can click the down arrow on these icons, choose how many actions I want it to undo or redo, and left click. This concludes session 3. The first link listed here will take you to the Microsoft training on Excel if you are in a version other than what we have used to demonstrate through the series. If you are interested in building on what you have learned today, be sure to look at the additional sessions in this Data 101 series. Also, remember that understanding PDSA and SMART goals will provide great foundational framework when you are in the phase of determining which data to collect. Thank you for viewing this video tutorial.